Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use our calculators to solve the equation by using a row reduction method rather than doing this by hand. You've seen how the 3x3s can get a little bit more difficult than the 2x2s. There's a little bit more work that's involved, a little bit of mixing and matching. And quite frankly, if you can do the 3x3 by hand, you can do a 2x2 by hand with no problems. But we're going to go ahead and walk through on the calculator. And so the first step is putting the augmented matrix into our calculator. So I'm going to go to Math and Edit, and I'm going to change this real quick to a 2x2. If we look at the example on the right side of the screen, we have 3 rows, and some of you might think that there's 3 columns, but we need to include our solutions here to the system as a column. So what that means is I'm going to use a 3x4 as my matrix. So I got a 4, 12, -8, 2, 6. I don't know why I did that. 2 and then 6. -4 for Z, so I got to go ahead and put in the negative. Hit Enter. Not sure why that's not changing. Oh, that's the next one, so that's 8. Hit Enter, and then I got 4, 2, another -6. I'm going to go back and double check just to make sure I entered everything in the right way, because I don't want to have the calculator do all the work and then assume it's the correct answer when it's not. So I'm looking at my rows, my columns 4, 2, 4, 12, 6, 2, -8, -4, -6. That's good. And then my solutions are 2, 8, and -14. I'm good. Okay. So now I'm going to quit out of here, and I want to go back into my matrix menu, and I'm going to go to Math, and what you're looking for is RREF. It stands for, and you don't have to know this, but it stands for Reduced Row Echelon Form. And so I select that RREF, and then I need to select the matrix that I want to do that to. I select matrix A, and it gives me this. Okay, so I've got a slide working here on the PowerPoint presentation, and we'll notice we got the same thing. So what this is telling us is if we put these values back into the system, I'm not getting anything good, and I get this thing at the very bottom that says 0 is equal to 1. Okay, so this right here is telling me something. When we would get 0 equal to 1 or 0 equal to some other number, when we get some sort of statement that doesn't make sense, this is telling us that we're dealing with no solution. This is an inconsistent system. And so we have these types of situations that arise. The solving of a matrix is solving a system, so those same rules apply when we're working with matrices. The matrix is a tool to use to solve a system more efficiently. So you just need to be cognizant of that when you are calculating these, because when you get stuff like this, know that it's a no solution.